Say something for the podcast. Tell the people what you feel.
I'm just jazzed about being on the show, man.
You are listening to The Objective Jerk, where objectiveness is the objective, and I am said jerk.
Hey, what's going on? It is I, the Objective Jerk. Or this is the Objective Jerk, and I'm said jerk. I screwed it up. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's well. It's been a minute since I recorded anything. Not on purpose or anything, but I was sick for a couple days, and I don't know. I just, when I'm not in the mood to talk, I'm not in the mood to talk, I guess. So, but, yeah, I haven't been doing much, just trying same crap. Same boring, retired life crap, I guess. I didn't watch the Super Bowl as I proclaimed. It was like afterward, it was like I remember seeing a bunch of trailers and I'm like, dang, dude, all these trailers are coming out. And then it was like, oh, the Super Bowl. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I didn't even, I didn't watch it or not. I didn't even know when it came out. Or I knew it like 2 days after or something like that. But yeah, I just don't even, I don't know, man. I'm just like a bitter old man now, I swear. Let's see, my last podcast, which I didn't even go into like a conspiracy. I just talked about conspiracies and kind of me. And it was like the most watched podcast I got so far. So now I guess I got to title everything, conspiracy or something maybe. I don't know. But, oh man, I'm out of coffee. Son of a... No slurping in this one, I guess. But anyway, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. Nothing much. I moved my computer again, so now I'm back in my room, so I got some air conditioning. Maybe that was one of the reasons why I wasn't getting on very much, just because it'd just be hot. Anyway, so the thing that I felt like talking about was the new X-Men cartoon, or updated of the original cartoon from the 90s. So there was a X-Men 90s cartoon. It didn't come out in 97 because that was after I graduated high school. So this was like 94, 95, around then, I think. So I think they're calling it 97 is because it's basically a continuation of the original storyline or whatever. I used to watch that show a lot. I guess, because I used to be really into comics when I was younger, but I kind of grew out of them a little bit. And I guess to combat that, less comic book, whatever, that cartoon kind of helped. I don't know. But it was, it was a big cartoon for me. I guess just like I've talked about the Batman animated series, there was this one. Although I think Batman animated series is better, but and I talked about He-Man, but so now they got this show out, and of course everybody, when they do the first trailer, everybody's like excited, just kind of like how the He-Man, but the Masters of the Universe show just kind of ruined everything. So I just don't care. I'm not excited about anything. Like the Deadpool 3 movie, it looks like it'd be pretty good, but I'm like, I'll see it when I see it. I used to get excited, and it wasn't that long ago when I would get excited about movies, but I just don't anymore. And, but anyway, so this X-Men show, they released it, and that, the initial reaction was like, oh, this looks like it might be good. But now you have the people that just tear into everything and watch every inch of every trailer and whatever. So now they're kind of breaking down how the things that they've done, like drawing Rogue, one of the superheroes, like less feminine, less voluptuous, more plain and not attractive. And I mean, there's a bunch of stuff on there, but and then the morph guy who's like what's her name from the Mystique. She's like Mystique, but he doesn't. His normal form is not some blue alien looking thing. But he's gonna be, of course, or I don't know. I can't even think of the term right now. One of the LGB terms. And he's gonna have like what they say, like a special relationship, like an interesting relationship with Wolverine, and you're just like, what? Come on. So like, oh, they're gonna be gay, and I'm like, I'm thinking what it's gonna be is it's not gonna be obvious, but I think they're gonna hint at it that he'll morph into a woman, somebody that he'll morph into Jean Grey, so Wolverine and them can get down or whatever. So it's gonna basically kind of be like a tranny relationship or something. That's what I'm thinking. I hope not. Hopefully not. But like I said, it's not going to be like obvious because that's a little graphic. But and then it's just there's a couple other things with like Jubilee and everything. So you knew it was going to happen. It's made by Disney. It's not surprising. So, I mean, when the trailer came out, I guess I was a little more surprised. I was like, oh, maybe it is going to be good. I haven't even seen the trailer, actually. I just seen highlights and people talk about it. But it's not gonna be very good, I don't think, because they're really going to kind of push the same BS that they've been pushing for years. And, they always say like, well, X-Men's always been like a progressive comic, the characters and the storylines and stuff. And yeah, that's true, but they use, when the X-Men comics were being made, which was in the 60s, they used like the Vietnam War, and they used racial segregation and stuff like that as, inspiration for the show. You know what I mean? So it was liberal in that aspect, but it wasn't like actually, okay, well, they didn't take the literal landscape and make it into the show. You know what I mean? So, and that's what they're doing now. Instead of like using agendas or using whatever as inspiration, they're just basically taking that actual movement or whatever, and then putting that in the show, in the movies, and that's what they're doing, and that's why they're all failing. It's like it's just because it's so obvious. So it's either they're really just trying to push, and they don't care anymore, or they really suck at figuring out nuances and ways to tell the story without being so blatantly obvious and on the nose. I don't know. It's kind of. It just, I don't know. I mean, it's all the movies and all the shows are just tanking. They're losing money. So it's almost like, I don't understand. Is it because all this stuff was just already, maybe they've already decided, hey, it's not working, but this stuff was already greenlit. So, we'll release it. I don't know. But none of it's working. So it's almost like, with how stupid the left is looking right now, it's almost like I'm starting to think that it was the right that actually kind of is behind it all. You know what I mean? Like, is it actually the right that's like, oh, who's actually really funding for all this kind of crap and making them look stupid just to show how stupid liberals are? And then now, and at first it looked like, oh, look at, and then now it's just all the movies, all the businesses and everything that's being ran by individuals who were hired on their status instead of their ability. They're all failing, and they're all losing money. So it's almost like maybe they were conned. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I can't see how they think that they're like, how do they not realize that they are the minority in the country? And so of course it's not going to be, there are people who don't like to watch sex scenes between two, heterosexual people, let alone two gay people, Does that sound right? Did I say that right? But it's just, I just don't understand how they don't see how they're damaging everything. The racism is like way down to what it used to be. Is it ever going to go away? It's probably going to take thousands of years. I don't know. Who knows? Gays being accepted in everyday life and whatever was being, it was more common. It was more and more common. But then all of a sudden it just got to a point and they just went crazy. Now I don't think it's actually, it is like, I wonder if it is, I wonder if it is like conservatives that are behind all this. Because it's just so ridiculous. Because you have, the loony left, which is the ones pushing all this stuff. And then you have left who are like, what is going on? Everybody sees it except the loony left, which is why they're called loonies, I guess. But that's what makes you wonder, like, how do they not see it? Something just doesn't seem right. I don't know what it is. I can't really, put my finger on. But it doesn't make sense what's going on. Like before, it kind of did. Like it was like, okay, they're really trying to, they have this agenda, they want to do this and that. But now, if that was the case, they'd have to see that it's failing because it's failing so bad. So you think they'd be like, whoa, let's pull the reins and okay, let's see. Let's figure out something else. But they just keep going. They just keep going and going and going. So it's just like, man, I don't know. It's a crazy world. But I've actually really cut back on paying attention about any of that stuff, really. I'm tired of famous people and just trying to like focus on what's more important, Uh-oh. Why does she have to go? Sorry, this is a little caveat. So there's this tattoo artist in the Philippines. Maybe I'll pull up her information so I actually got it. She's like 101. She may not be quite as old. Maybe she's made to be older. But she's like, punk rock. I imagine like, picture the most emo kind of punk rock tattooed girl, hottest one right now, and then picture her when she's 100. Because she looks like she was probably pretty attractive when she was younger. But so she's this old woman who's been, so this says 107. I don't think she's that old. Maybe. I think she's lying though. I don't think she's quite that old. Just to get, because she's famous here, and people from all over the world, especially people that are in like the tattoo community, they want to come. Like even I do. Like I want to go. She lives up on the mountain where it's like Baguio, and it's like way up in kind of like I don't know, country, big country. But there's there's villages and stuff, and that's where you go. And this is how they make most of their money. People go there and they spend the night. They get a tattoo from her. And I guess if you're a man, she has to like cup your ball sack or something. I don't know. But she's this old famous tattoo artist. And I want to go up and visit and get a tattoo from her before she passes, because that would suck. I'd be like, oh man, we were there. And I've been planning it almost since we moved here. Just haven't gone yet. But so as I was talking about stupid movies and everything, I just saw this thing on Facebook, and it's like it says a Black Hawk helicopter. This helicopter wing played a pivotal role in facilitating the seamless transportation of legendary tattoo artist Apo Wangad from her remote village to Manila and vice versa. But why? Did she have to go to the hospital? Oh, no. We got to go. We have to go before she passes. I'd be a little bummed about that. Not being able to say I went. I'm going to send a message to my wife. But so then there's a little bit of Filipino in the podcast. So that's kind of cool. Look her up. I'll say her name again, even though I'm not pronouncing it right. Apo Wangad. Apo Wangad. I bet you that's how it goes. But just look up the oldest Filipino tattoo lady or oldest tattoo artist or whatever. It'll come up. But so, yeah, I want to go and get, I mean, she just does simple stuff. You know, you can get something. And they do it the old school method, too, with the little bamboo and they tap it and stuff like that. So I probably wouldn't get a big tattoo. Just get something simple. But, yeah, so that's something I want to do here before too long, before she's passes. Anyway, so that's all. I was just kind of picking up my room and listening to podcasts and various things and hearing them talk about the X-Men thing. So I just kind of wanted to talk about it myself, my opinion about it, I guess. I don't know. Is anybody else? I mean, I guess I care enough to talk about it, but I'm not like heard about it anymore, you know, like the He-Man, dude, that one, like I was upset. Like that's all I thought about for a couple of days. I'd watch stuff and this and that. I'm like, what? Why? This sucks, man. It looks so good and they're going to ruin it. And, you know, and then I didn't watch it for the longest time. And then I watched the first season, the 2 parts. Well, I watched the first part and then I started the second part and I was just like, are they going to focus on Tila again? I'm just like, I'm done. So it just, yeah, they just, you know, it's just, they ruin everything. So that one was kind of like, man, and that's when I really started. And then it was like, I'd watch something else and I'm like, this is horrible. What is, you know, and then I just started seeing it more and more. And then once you kind of start to notice it, then it just more and more you start seeing and you pick up on stuff. So I think little nuance, little remarks in a movie that would be like anti, you know, man or white, whatever, or authoritative and this and that would be like just little jokes that maybe I would catch, but it didn't bother me, or I wouldn't catch it at all. And now it's like I catch them all and something bother, or I, you know, and I'm just like, this is stupid. And it's like, it's just, so now it's like you watch stuff and it's like immediately I'll be watching something and then they'll say something or something will happen. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, this is stupid. And I turn it off. It's like, it immediately takes me out of whatever it is I'm watching. So just kind of annoying. That's why I don't really watch, you know, and I think that's kind of part of me why I didn't watch the Band of Brothers third one with the Air Force. I forget what it's called. But it came out and I was thinking about watching it, but like it just, nothing really about it drew me to it, which is crazy. I don't know. I talked about that in a different one though, so I'm not going to talk about it again, but yeah, everything sucks. I think that's about it. Man, I'm only at 18 minutes. I feel like I've been talking forever. Yeah, but my brain thinks I've explained everything in great detail, but I actually haven't. Because sometimes I'll go back and listen to this and I'm like, you know what I mean? And then I don't even say it. And I'm like, dude, explain what you're talking about. Like, I always feel like I'm in a rush to get the whole story in instead of going in great detail. I'm not a good storyteller. I mean, I could tell. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I should try telling a story from it. I think my older podcast has a couple of my childhood stories that I told. I don't remember listening. I didn't listen to my podcast when I first started. I just would post it. I'd check it, make sure that you can hear it and everything like that. And then I'm like, all right. I didn't listen to it because I just didn't want to. And but then I was like, you know, if I'm going to improve, I got to listen to it. So and I don't think it's working. Oh man. Let's see. Just kind of checking to see. Like, I see right now I'm on Facebook and I don't ever get on Facebook anymore, just enough to post my stuff. I was like, I'm going to get on and just do something anti Biden every day, but I'm just like, no, because then you start scrolling and then you end up spending time on, and I don't want to. Sings the Black National Anthem. Oh, really? So the singer was booed while singing the Black National Anthem in the Super Bowl. Yeah. It's crazy. All right, but now I'm not talking. I'm just looking at, see. Anyway, that's about it. I think I'm going to end it right there. I thought it was going to be long because I was going to sit there going into depth and detail about the X-Men show, but because what's funny is, so I was listening to stuff and I was kind of picking up my room and I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a podcast. And then I kind of start to, I guess, almost pretend I'm talking to the podcast, and I'll be talking to myself what I would say. And I'm like talking and I'm like, oh man, that sounds pretty good. I should, oh man, I wish I should say that or whatever. And then, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to record it. But then it doesn't come out like it does. Sorry. Wife asked me, like, who is it? I'm like, well, click on the thing. I sent the link. All right. But, so that's it. That is the podcast. Hope you are all doing well. And let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye. You just put yourself through another episode of The Objective Jerk. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Please email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, comment, wherever you find this, follow. It all helps. But thanks again, and I'll see you next time.